Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we are going to be taking a look as a group, and I say group, but mainly myself, at the power of Paikuhan, the physical Paikuhan at 100% in the hidden potential system. So it is time to take a look at our good friend Paikuhan and how good he is at 100%. Now it's very important, I think, to understand that the strength of Paikuhan is in his versatility and utility. He's got some really great tools that he provides the team, and as we saw at 55%, he can do a lot of really good stuff. The two forms are very different though. The base form of Paikuhan is ostensibly a support-based unit, and his transform state is a high damage unit, and I mean very high damage unit. In both forms, additional suits him the most, but giving yourself some extra little evasion will help him a lot. Paikuhan is an Otherworld Warriors or Saviors category key plus 3 HP attack and defense of 200% lead. He greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers the enemy's defense. He greatly raises attack and massively raises defense for one turn, causes mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack on his 18 key. He has key plus 3 attack and defense of 250%, a high chance of evading the enemy's attack, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. When there's another Otherworld Warriors or Tournament Participants category ally attacking in the same turn, he will give all allies key plus 3 and attack and defense of 40%. As a second attacker, he will have Otherworld Warriors or Tournament Participants category allies 10% damage reduction for 2 turns. Overall, it is basically very, very straightforward. Guarding all attacks as a second or third attacker, high chance of critting as a second or third attacker, launches an additional attack, that is a high chance of becoming a super as a second or third attacker, additional 20% of chance for the enemy's attack, and when attacking with 18 or more key, he will get attack and defense of 150%. In terms of his transformation is where things get very interesting. Greatly raising attack and defense on his 12 key, massively raising attack and defense on his 18 key, key plus 5, attack and defense of 300%, guards all attacks, great chance of evading, great chance of critting, additional 2 key per rainbow, and randomly creates rainbow key spheres. Key plus 3, chance of evading 10% up before receiving an attack, and when receiving an attack and defense of 50%. When attacking with 12 or more key, 70% attack and defense. When attacking with 18 or more key, 100% attack and defense. When attacking with 24 key, attack of 150%, attacks guaranteed to hit, and for every single rainbow key sphere obtained, attack of 30% up, and an additional 10% crit chance. So really, overall, a very, 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 very high volume damage dealer. Supreme Warrior, Experience Fighter, Shocking Speed, Cold Judgment, Otherworld Warriors, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power are the link set and it's shared between both forms. Battle Wits, Otherworld Warriors, Saviors, Storied Figures, Tournament Participants, and Worthy Rivals are the categories. Overall, a very, very interesting unit. I love the design. Obviously, a evasion-centric unit. Unit that's dependent on evasion. The evasion is going to be crucial to how big Paikuhan can really perform defensively. Post super, he's going to be fine defensively. That is a lot of defensive raises on key requirements. It's very multiplicative. It's got massively raising defense. Like, he'll be fine for normals from any boss, and even supers from certain bosses, but like type disadvantage supers or some of the bosses with some of the hardest supers, they are going to give him problems. He needs to evade those, and his evasion is very good. It's 70% and 80% before receiving an attack. The issue is should his evasion fail, he doesn't have a lot of defense outside of that. So if his evasion doesn't kick in, that's it. He's got guard and like 400k defense. It's not terrible, but it is going to net you some pretty disastrous consequences should he not evade a super. But outside of that, he's awesome. Like, I love this guy. I think he's so much fun. Look, it is a bit of a shame when he does these huge attack stats and then never hits for an additional. Like, a great example is on that 100 million attack stat. You'll see him hit in this video. If he had done a second attack, a follow-up to that, he would have hit like 120 mil or something because of his massively raising attack and defense on his 18 key. So it's stuff like that that I think is incredibly interesting, and is what makes him so much fun to kind of like run and use and just integrate with. And I think that's always something that's really enjoyable and I don't know, fun for me to really look at. With that being said, I think overall, honestly, between you and me, Paikuhan is a very good unit. If he was not on a legendary banner, and if he was not on so few categories, I would be pushing a lot more players to get him. I think he is definitely absolutely worth it if you do get him. Whether you should chase him, I don't know, because the teams that he's on are not enough for him to be someone you should chase. But he's awesome. I really like this unit, and I think he is really amazing, and someone you should definitely pick up and use. If you got him, if you get him in future, if you just want to know, like, hey, is this guy a badass? He is 100% probably, for me at least, one of the top 5 LRs from like a performance perspective. Maybe even top 5 units in the game, if we're looking at purely what he does at his best. But I think if you're considering like categories and things, I think it then pushes him a lot further down the list. But he is a very cool unit, and yeah,